Hey guys, Matt here with Crypto Blick. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today I'm going to compare the Ledger Nano X to the Ledger Nano S for you so that you can see the difference between them. But also I'm going to answer some questions I've had from you all, comments I've seen on my videos that I see time and time again. I figured I'd answer it in a video for you, comparing both products and get it all out in one video. So if that sounds good to you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's make it happen. So when it comes to the ports on the Ledger products here, on the Nano X, you're going to have a USB-C connection. On the Ledger Nano S hardware wallet, you're going to have the USB connection. So let me show you the cables here real quick. This is the cable you're going to get for the Nano S. It's got the typical USB connection there to USB here. On the Nano X, you're going to get a cable that goes from USB to USB-C. So this is going to connect right into your Ledger product. This is going to connect into your computer. I've got some other adapters that I'll talk about here in a second. But that is how you connect your Nano X and S to, let's say, your laptop or desktop. Okay. You're curious about the battery setup on these products? Okay, so on the Nano S, there is no battery. So you have to have it plugged in to your laptop or desktop in order to be able to utilize it. On the Nano X, you do have a battery and it lasts up to 8 hours on standby. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It does have a battery that will last for quite some time. And also, if you don't use it, it will last for a couple months. I don't use it every day, so I've actually kept this on a charge here, and it's been a couple months, so it's lasted me quite a bit. Typically, I plug it in when I utilize my Nano X, but that's just my preference. But just, I get comments all the time on, well, how long does the battery last? Well, there you go. You look on Ledger's website, it'll tell you 8 hours on standby. One other thing to keep in mind, people say, well, what if the battery craps out? How am I going to be able to use the product then? Well, if you look on Ledger's website, you can find out that you can still use the product even when the battery's dead. So if the battery goes down, it just craps out. You can't change it out, but you can still use the Nano X to retrieve, send, and even swap out crypto assets. You can still use the product even when the battery is down. So 8 hours on the battery life on standby, or a couple months if you just use it off and on. So when it comes to what you can fit on the products here, Ledger's website used to say that you could anywhere from 2 to 10 apps on the Nano S. It ain't happening. Now they say up to 3. And I'll tell you right now, it's very hard to get 3 apps or folders on this Crypto Nano S. I'm just on Ledger Nano S, I should say. For example, I have put on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then I tried to add Polkadot or Cardano. Didn't have enough space. Obviously, if you have some more obscure crypto that you could put on that would not have as much space, sure, you could get 3, maybe 4. But I'm thinking, okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano are pretty popular crypto assets. And if you can't get those 3 on a Nano S, tells you right there, maybe you should invest in the X. So, just be warned, on the Nano S, you can get 2 for sure, 3 or 4 possible crypto assets on the Nano S. On the X, it says you can get up to 100. I've never tested that. I would not say you could get 100. I could easily see you getting, anywhere from 20 to 30 on here, depending on what kind of crypto assets that you have. But I've, been able to put on several different crypto assets on the Nano X, and it's been just fine. I have plenty of space. But yeah, just downright comparing the two, Ledger's website says up to 3 and then up to 100 on the Nano X. So take it or leave it, but that's been my experience. I've only gotten 2, maybe 3 on this one, and then there's plenty of space for the Nano X. Bluetooth. So speaking of Bluetooth here, so obviously with the Nano S, there is no Bluetooth. So we'll put that one away here for a second. And then speaking to the Nano X here, there is a Bluetooth feature, which is very convenient if you want to sync it with your phone, if you want to be able to verify your addresses through your phone and be able to send crypto that way. Very convenient. On the other side of the coin, I do know a lot of people who are very concerned with having a Bluetooth feature and being able to be hacked. I will put a link right up here of a video I did on the Bluetooth feature and the information behind it, just being more informative for my users and my subscribers on what that all entails when they say they have Bluetooth on the Nano X and how secure it is. And one thing to keep in mind, guys, if you aren't comfortable with it having Bluetooth, you can disable it in the settings. So it's that easy. You just go in here into settings, you can turn it off. Now, if that's still not good enough for you, I would advise you to go out and get like a Trezor, Trezor 1 or a Model T, and be able to utilize and keep your assets protected that way. But yes, so the Ledger does have Bluetooth. That's what it comes down to. It has Bluetooth. You can turn it off in the settings if you want. So when it comes to a PIN code and a 24 keyword seed phrase, both Ledger products have a 4 to 8 digit PIN code. So you do have to set that up in order to utilize them. But then also they will provide you, or they will generate a 24 keyword seed phrase for you to use in case your Nano X or S is lost, stolen, or maybe it was destroyed. Always protect it, keep it safe. Do not have it on in any type of electronic device, like in your notes on your computer, or say in any other, like a Google Doc, something like that. Always keep it off a digital platform so that if you ever had to recover one of your ledgers, you could do so with those 24 keyword seed phrases. When it comes to weight, on the Nano S, it comes out to 16.2 grams. On the Nano X, it is 34 grams. So really the difference is the S feels very lightweight, feels like it's all made of plastic and can easily be, crushed. The Nano X is a little bit heavier, has a little bit more weight to it, and it just has a much stronger, build to it. It feels heavier. It just feels like a more well-built product than the Nano S. So if that is a concern to you, if that is something that you're interested in, there you go. 2 different weight sizes. Now that we've gotten the specs out of the way, one thing I want to impress upon you again is when Ledger talks about apps. If you've skipped forward to the video to this point, I do want to reiterate what Ledger is meaning by apps. They're not apps on your phone. They are apps within their Ledger products. Think of them more like a folder, okay? So it's not TikTok, it's not Tinder, it's not Facebook. It is something that you will utilize to put in your accounts into that particular crypto asset. So that is one thing I do want to stress upon you, is that they are not apps on your phone. It is very confusing. It confuses the heck out of people, like I said in the past, to those who are trying to figure out what apps are within Ledger's products. They're folders. They're folders, okay? So just keep that in mind whenever you see apps that Ledger is referring to. Cables and adapters. So as I showed you already in the video, on the Ledger Nano X, you're going to get a cable like this with a USB-C connector. And then, of course, this cable here for the Nano S, you're going to get a USB connector here as well. Obviously, they both have, as you can see, they both have USB connections here to plug into your computer. So many people have asked me, what do I do to connect to a newer model of a laptop like a MacBook Pro? I have 2 different products here that I use to connect those cables here. So let's see if we can zoom in here on this product. There you go. And I'll have these links in the description, guys. But this is the USB to USB-C adapter that I use to plug into my laptop there. Single use for one cable. Or I have this Pergo adapter that I bought recently here. Let's see if I can. There we go. See, so it's got the two ports there that it plugs into on the side of the laptop, but then it also has two USB, and then it's fighting this focus here. Two USB, a USB-C, and then also a card port right here. But there's plenty of ports to use. It even has an HDMI port there on the side. But yeah, so these are two adapters that I like to use when using my Ledger products. I'll put the links in the description if you guys want to check those out as well. But that is what I use for adapters, and then of course the cables that come with the products. Can I see my Bitcoin balance on my physical ledger? So I get this question a lot. It's another one that I get a lot on my videos. No, you cannot see your actual amount that you have on your Ledger product. It will show you your apps. There'll be little icons here of every different app that you may have on the X, but it's not going to show you, oh, I have 2.5634 Bitcoin. It's not going to show you I have 172 Doge. It's not going to show you I have 3,692 Cardano. It's just going to show you that you're opening up the Cardano app. You're opening up the Bitcoin app, folder, like I mentioned earlier, within your Ledger product. So people ask that question a lot. Can I see the amount, on the physical screen? No, you cannot. So keep that in mind. You cannot see it on the physical screen. If you want to know how much you have, download Ledger Live, have that either on your laptop or your desktop, or use it on your phone so you can track how much you have and what the price is per day or when you're actually looking at the market currently. So anyways, use Ledger Live if you want to see how much you have. So another question I get asked a lot is, can Cardano be put on the Ledger product? Can Verge or VeChain be put on the Ledger product? And I always direct people to Ledger's list of supported cryptos. And so I'll put the link in the description below, but go there. Always go there. It's very easy. Just type in that particular crypto asset that you're searching for, and it will let you know right away whether Ledger can send and receive, whether it can be swapped or traded or purchased through the Ledger product. And then also, like for example, for Cardano, I did a video on this earlier, but you still have to use the ADA Lite wallet or the Yori wallet, however you pronounce it. It's not supported 100% within the Ledger product. And so anyways, you can go there. I'll tell you whether the crypto asset is supported within Ledger Live, or if you have to use a different wallet, or even if it's not supported at all. So go to that website. And you'll be able to find right away whether your particular crypto asset that you're interested in can actually be sent to your Ledger product. So hopefully that's helpful as well. On to the next question. So I have people ask me all the time, well, does my Bitcoin fluctuate, or as they say, does it go up and down with the market when the market goes up and down? So the best way I describe this to them is that think of it like gold and silver. If you had the hard products, if you held them in your own home as opposed to keeping them with a dealer. I know that's a very basic way to explain it, but that's the best way I like to explain it. So you own the physical asset, or you own the valuable asset. Let's put it that way because we're using digital terms here with crypto. But if you hold one Bitcoin, whether the price is at 10,000 or it's 100,000, whether it is on your Ledger Nano X or not, or it's on Coinbase or it's on Binance, it's going to be the same price that it is at the market for that day. So it doesn't stop fluctuating once you put it on your product. So keep that in mind. Think of it more like a hard asset, like gold or silver. It will fluctuate with the market, okay? Keep that in mind. One other question I get here. So I've had people ask me, well, I've got it plugged in. I've sent crypto here to my Ledger Nano X or S, and I got the address, I confirmed everything, and I sent it, but do I have to wait for the confirmations to happen and so that I can confirm that everything transferred over correctly before I can unplug it? And the answer is no. You can unplug it, you can set it aside, and you can go about your day. Keep in mind that your crypto assets are on the blockchain, okay? And so the confirmations are happening between the different nodes within each blockchain. And so you're not actually having to make sure that you've got your ledger and your cable plugged in so that it's communicating with your ledger. No, it's not communicating that way. The nodes on the network are communicating amongst themselves to verify that transaction on the blockchain. So you can plug it in, plug it out, I should say, unplug it. That's what I should say. And you can go about your day. You can protect your ledger, put it away wherever you put it to keep it safe. And you don't have to wait for all those confirmations to come through. Depending on the blockchain, it could take some time. You know, if you're on, let's say, Litecoin, or let's say you're on Doge, those transactions can happen fairly quickly. If you're on, let's say, Bitcoin, it could take anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes to finally see a confirmation on that transaction. But when I say confirmation, I say the whole transaction. So you have to have, multiple confirmations to confirm that it is on the blockchain. So you can keep it unplugged. It's okay once you've done all your work to verify the address that you're sending to. When it comes to mobile and desktop, I have people asking that question as well. When you have the Nano S here, you can use that on your desktop. You can sync your accounts to your mobile phone so you can see your updated totals, but you cannot connect the S to your mobile phone via Bluetooth because there's no Bluetooth. So keep that in mind. With the Nano X, you can sync it to your phone via Bluetooth. So you can actually use the Nano X via Bluetooth on your mobile, whether it's your iPhone or Android, okay? But keep in mind, both products can be used for on the desktop. The S can only be used on desktop, okay? So keep that in mind. You can sync your accounts to your mobile phone, all right? So if you got an iPhone like I do, you can sync it to your phone so that you can see, okay, what are my totals on both products? And you can watch your market prices that way. And for my last hot take is my opinion. What do I think is best here? So it depends on your purposes, what you're looking to do. I prefer the Nano X for the durability aspect, for the size. I mean, this alone, the size in terms of what it can hold, is 100 times better than the Nano S. I know it's cheaper. I know the X is double in price. But for the Nano S, I mean, basically you can put two apps on it. For example, if you have the Bitcoin and Ethereum, you try to go put on ADA, or you try to, Cardano, or you try to put on Litecoin or something else, you don't have enough room. Or say you do Polkadot. I've done multiple options trying to figure out what works. I didn't have enough space on my Nano S to have Cardano or to have Polkadot with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But on the Nano X, I had plenty of space, and I can definitely put up multiple apps, folders, remember, onto my Nano X. So just for that reason alone, just for size in terms of what I can hold, I would 100 times choose the Nano X over the Nano S in terms of the products. Yes, the Nano S is a great starting point for beginners, for people who don't want to make the jump to the full size Nano X. They're both easy. They're straightforward and easy to use. If Bluetooth is an issue with you, if you're more concerned on the Bluetooth, even though you can turn it off, get the S, get two of them, do it that way. But overall, I would go with the X because I can put, Bitcoin, Ethereum, if I want to, I'm thinking of other popular coins, I don't know if VeChain is actually supported, but, Polkadot and Cardano and Litecoin. And I mean, there's so many options that you can use, and so many apps that you can put onto the Ledger Nano X here, as opposed to the S. So that would be my opinion. Obviously, there's a battery as well that allows you that you don't have to actually have it plugged in. You can use Bluetooth if you're comfortable with that. But overall, I mean, Ledger's products are awesome. I would highly recommend them to keep your crypto assets safe. Don't trust other exchanges to hold your content long term. I recommend you at least have one hardware wallet and offload some of your crypto assets to protect them long term. So that is my opinion on these products. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, like this video so that it gets out to more people like yourself who are wondering what it's like to have one of these Ledger products, but also subscribe to the channel as I post more content out there to educate you all on how to use Ledger products, how to use Trezor products, and just onboarding you into the crypto space, which is new and different for many of us, okay? And then let your friends and family know about this channel. The bigger this channel gets, the more I can help others like yourself to be more educated on how to use and protect your crypto assets. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. I've got some dinner upstairs waiting for me. So comment on some of the other videos. If you have any questions, put them below. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Anyways, I'm hungry, and good night.